Crush it with Instagram stories and how you can grow followers by the leverage of Instagram stories. What's going on, guys? Thor here, back with a new video, and in this video we're going to be talking about stories and how you can effectively use them, leverage them, crush it with them, and also how you can potentially grow followers by the use of these stories. Now, before I jump into the video, make sure you join the Facebook group. The link will be down below. It's a Facebook group that I created for you guys, for my community around Instagram hungry people. If you want to grow your Instagram account, basically, well, the Facebook group is going to allow you to further increase this knowledge, the skills you have about Instagram. You can network with people inside the Facebook group, like-minded members that want to crush it on Instagram. We share more insights in the Facebook group. So if you want more information basically about Instagram growth and all these kinds of things, make sure you click the link down below and join it. Anyways, let's jump right into the video and talk about Instagram stories. First of all, why should you be using Instagram stories? Well, first of all, a lot of people, just as they watch content on your newsfeed, they check out content on stories. Most people that use Instagram also check out stories on a daily basis, which means if you're not using stories, you're missing out on potential increased reach. Some of you guys are complaining about lower reach, lower engagement. Well, use stories. If you're not using stories, you're missing out on so much reach, so much potential reach that you can have to your audience. So you definitely want to be leveraging. And also, if you're a business, the stories are an amazing opportunity for you to promote your product, for you to basically expand awareness of your product and basically increase sales, increase all that good stuff that comes with a business. So you definitely want to be leveraging. Now, how do you leverage stories? How do you use stories effectively? Well, first of all, it's really important to use them as a person. Be a human being behind them. Be genuine. Show your life. Show what you do on a day-to-day basis. The stories are an amazing feature to further connect with your audience, to build trust with your audience. If you want to get anywhere, if you want to make sales on Instagram, if you want to grow your followers, well, trust is such an important part of that process, and the stories is an amazing opportunity for you to build trust with your audience. You probably watched some of my stories. I've not been that active on stories lately because I've been so busy with a lot of stuff that I've been working on behind the scenes. However, I usually show what I do in the day-to-day basis in my stories. I show if I'm playing video games. I posted a story about that yesterday. So I'm basically just showing you guys as my followers what type of person I am, which allows you to build a better connection with you. If you, for example, see that I'm playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and you love Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and you play it yourself, maybe that's just something that makes you feel that you've got a stronger connection with you. You feel more connected with me because we've got the same interests, and that's why you want to be leveraging the stories to build that personal connection with your audience as well as trust. Not only that, but by leveraging Instagram stories, you can also increase your overall engagement on your profile. Now, how? Well, if your followers see your stories on a regular basis, they're being exposed to your content more frequently. Well, that tells Instagram that if somebody watches your stories a lot, they might also want to watch your posts on your newsfeed because they love the stories. Well, it makes sense then for them to also love your posts. So Instagram is then going to show them more of your posts on their newsfeed because they're watching your stories. So by just leveraging your stories, you can increase your overall organic reach on your posts just by using stories. So that's a pro tip for you guys, and another reason why you should be leveraging them and why you should be using them on a daily basis. Next up, you also want to be using all the features. If you want to succeed with stories on Instagram, you want to be using all the features. Create polls, create questions, use hashtags, write text, use the color feature, use the new, for example, zoom feature, or for example, the video features. Use every single feature, test them out. Just make a story and test them. It doesn't have to be a professional looking story. Just create a story of yourself, whatever it is, but make sure you're using all the feature because it's important. It shows Instagram that you're actually up to date. Instagram likes it when you're using all the features. So use all the features, guys. That's just an overall tip on Instagram in general. You want to be using every single feature that Instagram has to offer. Now, you can also use the Instagram stories as DM groups. Now, not specifically as DM groups, but you can use them to increase awareness about your posts. You can use them to increase engagement on your post in the first 60 minutes and the first couple of hours, which is the time frame that you want to have as much engagement as possible to reach the explore page rank and hashtags, blah, blah, blah. You guys know that. So by doing something as simple as this, you make a post on your story, you blur out the recent picture you posted, and you'll let them know, tell them, hey guys, go and comment on my recent post, and maybe give them a shout out, or for example, do it like mini giveaway, maybe give away two shout outs to somebody that comments a story fam, for example, on your post, so you know they're from the story. Something simple like that can increase the engagement on your post, and that's just by the leverage of stories. Now, as far as using the stories as a strategy on a daily basis, what I would recommend you guys to do is you want to post 3 stories every single day. Now, the first story you post that day should be a story where you try to rank in the hashtags of the story. If you didn't know, if you go to any hashtags, you see top stories in the hashtag. So you can actually rank your stories in hashtags and grow followers from that. Now, what you want to do, first of all, obviously you want to research your market. You want to go to the hashtags that are relevant for you. And you want to look at the posts that are ranked on these hashtags and see what they're doing, what hashtags they're using, what other hashtags they're using, so you can see what other hashtags you might be able to rank for the stories, but also see what content they're posting, because that's going to give you a good indicator as to what you should post as well when you're trying to rank for that hashtag. So that's the first post you want to make. You want to make a post where you try to rank for the hashtag so you can potentially grow followers. And the last 2 stories you want to make that day is just stories basically of what you do. Show yourself, talk, maybe record a video talking, or take a picture of yourself, or take a picture of what you're doing or what you're supposed to do, or maybe you're in the gym hitting some hardcore dumbbells, maybe post a flexing picture on the story, whatever it is, but show yourself. You want to this is again goes back to building a connection with your audience, establishing trust. This helps doing that. So you want to do 2 stories a day, doing that to further build your connection and relationship with your audience. Really, really important. And that's basically how you want to be using the stories, guys. Super, super powerful feature. If you are not using stories on a daily basis, maybe you have a niche account, for example, and you maybe don't see the purpose of a story, like why should I post what should I post as a niche page on my story? Well, you can still post pictures of yourself. People still want to know who's the guy behind the page. Literally, you might think that people don't, but people actually do. So do that, and maybe post some dope pictures on the story as well. That's also relevant for your audience. You provide them with more awesome content. That's also something you can do. You can use that to maybe try to rank for the hashtags. Post an awesome picture of a destination if you have a travel page, or some awesome gains if you have a muscle page. Whatever it is, but that's how you want to be leveraging the stories, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button. Go down below and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I post Instagram videos on a weekly basis, so you don't want to miss out. I post everything you need to know about growing, monetizing, and building your brand on Instagram. So make sure you go down below and subscribe if you have not yet.